Hello and welcome to Trike. The purpose of this video is for me to explain some of the specifications behind the Trike, some of the reasons why I think it's superior to a golf cart, and also to discuss pricing and some of the options. Now this is a three-wheel electric scooter, has a 2,000 watt motor on the back. It has a 20 amp hour battery here and a 20 amp hour battery here. However, the base model only has the 120 amp hour. It weighs about 260 pounds depending on the battery options. It's 6 feet long, and at its widest points it's 41 inches across. It can support 400 pounds with the standard shocks. These are upgraded shocks, so these give me a little bit extra, maybe another 50, 100 pound, but the ride is totally different. That's one of the options I discuss with people. 25 miles an hour top speed on this model with the 2,000 watt. The ones I have on order are going to go 3,000 watts. I'm not sure the top end speed on those yet. But for scale, I'm 6'2" and 230 pounds, so I'm not a small guy. And when I sit on this, I've got room here, and so sometimes ice chest goes there. I also have a basket on the back that I can carry things. Trying to think of some of the other options for it. It does have a reverse. It does have an alarm on it. It's got 3 speeds, but the speeds don't really change the gearing of it. They just limit the top end speed. So, you know, you put a younger person or an inexperienced person, you may start them out in first gear. But it's a really fun ride, and the reason I like it better than golf carts is because it fits in the bed of my truck. It goes faster than most golf carts. My wife and I both fit on it. So we can take it. We've taken it to Destin, Florida. We've taken it in Mississippi. There are many golf cart communities. We've been to Ocean Springs and Bay St. Louis. We take it to New Orleans quite often. It's not an off-road vehicle. This is meant for the streets. Now the streets of New Orleans are virtually off-road terrain, and it survives fine. This one's 3 years old. It's my first one, and it's my favorite one. And it's got some scuffs and bruises on it, of course, over time, but it still runs like a champ. Batteries are still great after 3 years. I just looked at my odometer. I've got 278 miles on it. So I've ridden a good bit on it. But it can handle hills, but not extremely steep or extremely long hills. Small little hills and upgrades is perfectly fine. But it's also not an outdoor vehicle. And outdoor, I mean, you don't want to store it outdoors. It is electric, so we have electrical components in the handlebars here. We have electrical components here. We've got 2 batteries here, electrical components back here. I do have cover for it. Whenever I take it places, I'll cover it up. I have, when I've wanted to travel in the rain before, I have taken these mirrors off, put gallon Ziploc bags and tied them onto the handlebars here. Taken a large trash bag and folded it up front here and then strapped it onto that, unplugged the batteries, and it's done fine through rainstorms. What you don't want is batteries plugged up and water crossing electrical circuits and creating arcs. So as long as your batteries are unplugged and you've got this thing reasonably sealed, you can travel with it. It's been in the rain several times. Like I didn't think it was going to rain that night, but it did, and it does fine in the rain. Light rains. Well, actually, it's been in torrential rains, but I wouldn't recommend leaving it out like that. I'm trying to think of some of the other features. Oh, it's basically street legal in the sense that it has a running light in the back. It has brake lights. It has turning signals, both front and rear. Brakes, headlight, horn. It's got a reverse gear. And it's really easy to operate. Everywhere I've gone, people ask me, what is this? Where did you get this? And these aren't really common in the States. Where they're common is Europe, Asia, some parts of Africa, but they're not really common in the States. You can find them on the web, but you're gonna find them a whole lot more than I can sell them, because what I did after I had mine for 3 years and people kept asking me, is I contacted a manufacturer in China directly. And I arranged for a lot of shipment. And with a large shipment, you can get pricing much better than you can as a single unit. So there's no middlemen between me and China, and that cuts price for me and that cuts price for you. So the price of these things, which I'm sure is primarily the question on your mind, right now the base model is $2,100. So that comes with the standard shocks and 120 amp hour battery. If you want to add another 20 amp hour battery, it's $200. The reason why I would suggest you do add another 20 amp hour, with 20 amp hours, you'll get about 17 to 20 miles. With 40 amp hours, you'll get about 35 to 40 miles. But the big difference is that as your battery starts to die, and you have a battery indicator on your dashboard here. As your battery begins to die, your top end speed comes down, and these lithium batteries, once they begin to die, they sort of speed up in dying as they go down. And so when you have 40 amp hours, you keep your top end speed a lot longer, and you just don't need to worry in a day or even in 2 or 3 days of just exploring a city about even recharging. So I would recommend the 40 amp hour. Now these shocks, for me to put these on, upgraded shocks, it's another 125. Those are two of the biggest options. There's all kinds of other little options I'll cover in another video. Just little accessories and things I've added on and found very handy over the years. And I'll go through that in other videos. But you know, I say that the pricing right now is $2,100. We're October 19th, 2025, and pricing from China has been swinging based on supply chain, supply, demand, and tariffs. So I can't guarantee you. I would say you could expect between $2,000 and $2,500 for a base model with a 3,000 watt motor. But just depends on how it is whenever I go to secure another order. Let's hope that prices go down from here on out. But my email is tigertrike@yahoo.com. If you have any questions, or you want to order one, or you want to call me, just go ahead and email me with the questions you have, or email me your phone number and we can talk about it. But I've got a few on the way right now. A few of them are already sold, but I plan on ordering more and more and more, and hopefully getting a storefront at some point. But for right now, I'm starting right here on YouTube, and I'm going to start a Facebook page, sell them across Marketplace by word of mouth. Also got a little license plate back here. It's got a QR code, says I sell these, and that's going to help me out in New Orleans, I know, because it's just constant questions about them. Can't tell you that they're legal on the street in New Orleans, but there's plenty of golf carts, and where you see golf carts and they're not harassed, generally you can be there. I've ridden right alongside the police in New Orleans. They've been behind me. I've stopped to talk to them. They've not ever given me a ticket, but you know, basic rule of New Orleans is don't do anything stupid, and you're probably going to be okay. But so far so good, cross your fingers. But even around my neighborhood's golf cart friendly, and we use it around the neighborhood an awful lot. I'll do a video showing you how I load it in a truck. It doesn't take long, maybe 2 or 3 minutes max, and it fits right in the bed of a standard pickup truck. But hope you're interested. I love mine. I'll never live without one of these again. I'll always have one. I'm hoping that they make them more and more powerful because it's fun. But let me know if you want to talk more about it.